Stage
Nice.
24, grind. Now that you're back home, you have a lot of modern drinks to catch up on, so you better get chugged.
Wait, I thought this was going to be like a legit journey that this guy has. Since I'm drinking, we will watch the 31 levels of alcohol addiction. Obviously, trigger warning if you are a recovering alcoholic or have trauma associated with alcohol, etc., etc., yada, yada, yada. You get the idea.
If there's one thing I know, it's alcohol addiction. And being the amazing YouTuber that I am, I've decided to bless you goblins with the divine knowledge of a true alcoholic's 31 levels of alcohol addiction. So if you ever plan on becoming an alcoholic like myself, you'll know exactly what to expect. Stage 1, partying. I'd be lying if I...
Okay, so this guy is either a current alcoholic or a recovering alcoholic.
Being every weekend for about 6 months straight didn't contribute to my addiction's early stages. I mean, going out...
What a loser, man. You know what I did in college? I fucking played video games. That's what a real man does.
Getting wasted and pulling all the finest of ladies all the time just feels so awesome, and I wasn't about to ever stop. And let me tell you, it was well worth the disease that I picked up from them. Stage 2, drinking every day. At this point, I would drink a beer almost every single day. Regardless of what it was,
I think I've told this story on stream before. There was a guy who didn't even know that he was like dependent on alcohol, who would come home from work every day and he would just chug, like not even chug. He would just like go through an entire bottle of vodka like every night. And then one day, like he just decided, you know what? I'm not feeling it actually. I'm not feeling the vodka tonight. This is after like years, mind you. I'm pretty sure it was years. After like a year, at least a year of like just like, you know, just coming home and chugging that shit. And then one night he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to tonight. I'm not feeling it. He woke up after passing out. He literally had a seizure. Alcohol addiction is really serious, guys. So if you are struggling with alcohol addiction, the only 2 drugs that can kill you from a withdrawal is alcohol and benzos. And everyone's like, oh, why do they keep the liquor stores open during COVID? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's because you can die from an alcohol withdrawal, okay? Like, it's one of 2 drugs that can kill you if you withdraw from it too hard, okay? That's why. Yeah, it's not a laughing matter is my point.
Was doing. If you have a wife and kids, this is usually the stage where you'll notice they start to get a little concerned. Not that you should pay any mind to them. I'm just saying that'll probably happen. Stage 3, complacency. You simply give up on working and stay at home watching TikToks all day. As you increasingly gain weight and become a true slob,
Who would do that?
melded together with your couch, you start to really feel more awesome than usual. Stage 4, depression. The true weight of what you've become will start to set in, and admittedly, you get a little sad sometimes. I remember once when I was in this phase, I spent 6 hours crying and trying to drown my sorrows in whiskey before being just like Drake and going out like a light over the toilet. Stage 5, abandonment. I remember at this stage my wife and kids left me and I had to split half of everything I owned with her, and so I moved into a small apartment studio that's about 300 square feet in total. This is why you should never sign a prenup. Being alone and abandoned isn't all that bad when you think about the samurai way and how they stay disciplined and strong on a rigorous and lonely path.
You don't need a wife, and you especially don't need kids. If you have them, it's a mistake. Get rid of them.
To find true happiness. Being an alcoholic is a lot like that. Stage 6, more alcohol. Yep, you guessed it. After my family left me, I drank more because I had nothing holding me back.
Jesus.
Stage 7, drugs. I discovered weed at this stage because it really helped me take the edge off. Stage 8, more drugs.
Yeah, and like, I know that like the weed is the gateway drug shit is like supposed to be conservative propaganda, but like it kind of is. It can be for sure. And also like, and you can become like, I don't want to say physically dependent on weed because that's not really a thing, but like routinely, like honestly, I don't take too much weed because I don't do that because I'm a law-abiding Ohio nurse. But if I were to, I would probably take too many edibles. You know, I would probably take too many edibles every night. Like, or like, I shouldn't say like too many in one night, just like in general. I probably do it too often if I did that. And if I did do that, I would say, you know what, maybe it would be good to limit that to like once a week. Would be able to admit if I was wrong for doing that many, but you know, yeah, it's true. I mean, I told the guys at the rehab clinic, I'm in favor of weed legalization. I would tell them this. I still don't recommend doing weed just because it makes you okay with being bored. Honestly, you know what? We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up South Park. I don't care if it gets demonetized. Fuck you, YouTube. South Park unironically had one of the best explanations I've ever seen of why you don't want to smoke weed.
Oh, okay, you might be wondering why Butters has a future self, too.
Yes, well, you see, son, the Time Matrix pulled in more people from the future.
Stop it, you guys! I know all about Motivation Corp. All I've been trying to get you guys to do is admit that you lied to me.
Oh. Well,
The context is they were lying to him the entire episode about why weed's bad.
son, we've just been trying to make sure you know how dangerous drugs like pot are.
I've been told a lot of things about pot, but I've come to find out a lot of those things aren't true, so I don't know what to believe.
Well, Stan, the truth is, marijuana probably isn't going to make you kill people, and it most likely isn't going to fund terrorists, but, well, son, pot makes you feel fine with being bored, and it's when you're bored that you should be learning some new skill or discovering some new science or being creative. If you smoke pot, you may grow up to find out that you aren't good at anything.
I really, really wish you just would have told me that from the beginning.
He's right.
Perfect.
If we use lies
Perfect.
and exaggeration,
Like, that's the best explanation on why you should not, like, regularly smoke weed or, like, habitually do it.
I discovered meth at this stage because it really helped me take the edge off. Stage 9, cool music. At this point, you'll find yourself feeling a little more adventurous with your music taste, so you'll branch out and find that you enjoy way more music than you originally thought you would. Stage 10, despair. I would have taken stage 4 over this any day. Stage 11, agony. I would have taken stage 10 over this one any day. Stage 12, bargaining. At this stage, you will beg your wife and kids to come back to you with empty promises and by also giving them false hope. God, I miss her. Stage 13, buying services. I can't say what this is exactly for YouTube reasons, but imagine you see one of those fine ladies on the street and you give her a little cash and go back to a motel for the most epic 30 seconds of your life. Stage 14, financial ruin. After supporting so many young ladies' small businesses, all the money you've been living off of and saved up your whole life is now run dry. I was on the streets for months.
Wow, damn. This dude saved money. This dude had the opportunity to save money. Wow, what a fucking bougie piece of shit, dude. I fucking hate this guy. What the fuck? Eat the rich. Am I right? Am I right, boys? Let's go. Let's go.
Stage 15,
Let's go.
contemplation. You will really start thinking here. All these thoughts you have will really
saved
get
money.
you thinking real good, and you'll really think and contemplate in deep thought, and just don't think about her. It hurts too much. Stage 13, rehab. Getting clean was probably the best thing I could have done for myself because I got a job, a new house.
I haven't talked about this on stream at all, but the religious rehab institutions in America are so fucked. Like, they work, quote unquote. The one I'm at actually is like kind of religious. Like it was built upon, like it was built as a religious institution and kind of like rebranded, I guess. It was like rebranded to not be as religious, but like they still talk about religious bullshit all the time. I've been in those group sessions. Anyway.
And my life became really stable again. Stage 13, relapse. With all this money, you're finally able to afford all that alcohol you couldn't have when you were broke. Stage 18, abduction.
By the way, relapse is like a regular part of addiction, okay? If you are out there and you are addicted or a recovering addict, relapse is normal. It is a part of the process. If you relapse, please, I beg you, don't just go along with it. Don't try to off yourself. Don't do none of that. Don't act like you're hopeless. None of that. Nope. No guilt. No nothing. You go back to rehab if you need to. You ditch the booze, you start over.
I was walking around my local town after a few dozen drinks when a suspicious vehicle took me.
Actually, I take that back. It's not starting over. It's just one of the stumbling blocks that is expected.
Dark, human-like
also
figures
go follow Ali. Go follow
me and
Ali
subjected my body to experiments that weren't very nice. I can only imagine that every alcoholic goes through a stage as wild and consequential as this one. And if not, you're clearly not drinking enough. Stage 19. Time skip. Apparently those figures held on to me a little longer than I thought because by the time I was back, my small little peasant village no longer existed and a few hundred years had passed. Stage 20, alcohol again. Damn, let me tell you, this future alcohol is friggin' sweet. Sheesh. Stage 21, money. You turn in all your possessions to a pawn shop because they're now antiques and you get very rich. Stage 22, buying future services.
Money.
This was awesome. Let me tell you, all these techniques they come up with will blow your mind for some of the best 30 seconds you'll ever have. If you want to see what exactly they did, subscribe to Ninja Plus. Stage 23, returning home. With the last of your funds, you buy a time machine and go back home. Stage 24, grind. Now that you're back home, you have a lot of modern drinks to catch up on, so you better get chugged.
Wait, I thought this was going to be like a legit journey that this guy has. Unless he's about to say like stage 25, realized that that was just a dream and you can't actually build a time machine. Like this was cloaked in like comedy, but like it felt like real. You know what I mean? Like, is this guy actually here? Hold on. Is this guy actually like a recovered addict? Here's my Twitter. Wait, what? This isn't Dr. Witnesser. Why is he here? What? I don't see any indication that he's actually an alcoholic, but I'll take his word for it that he is.
Stage 25, arson. Burn her house down for leaving you. Stage 26,
What the fuck?
evasion.
No,
Now that
don't
you're
do that.
convicted criminal, you gotta run from the law. In my personal experience, going to Canada has worked pretty sweet for me. Stage 27, you don't want to know. Stage 27. Stage 28,
What?
power. Now that
Well,
you're
now I
part of the
do.
mob, you have a lot of power at your fingertips. I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want here, really. So beyond this point, the
Nice.
stages may vary a bit from person
Nice.
to person, you know what I mean? Stage 29, go to the bathroom. Since you've been holding it in this whole time since becoming an alcoholic, I would highly recommend going to the bathroom, but I'm not your dad, so you can do
Yeah, that's true. If you've been holding it for longer than like 3 or 4 years, do a bathroom check. Go take a piss. Not healthy to hold that for more longer than a few years. Definitely go take a piss if you haven't in the past few years.
I want you. Stage 30, bowling string. Since you're such an important figurehead behind the scenes of multiple governments, you can now mold the world how you
Damn.
see fit. So make sure to give yourself an edge over any and all competition you face, and take that edge off with a little Hennessy while you're
There
at
you
it.
go.
Stage 23, become a YouTuber. You heard me right.
Yeah,
Not only is this
baby.
a stage of alcoholism video, but it doubles as a tutorial on how to become a world famous YouTuber just like me. So make sure to follow
Let's
these
go.
steps exactly. Otherwise, you messed up and you'll never amount to
shit.
anything in your short, meaning.
No, I'm doomed. I didn't go back in time.
Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe. Bye.
Wait, it's only 30. Wait. It's at 31. Liar. That was terrible. Damn. But in all seriousness, if you are struggling from alcohol addiction, I'm sorry, and I hope you get the help you need. It is not shameful to reach out for help. It does not say anything about your moral character. Alcoholism is a disease. Please seek help if you feel like you need it. It is not normal to be drinking every single day, especially if you're drinking during the day and not at night. It's probably a sign that you need help. On that happy note, roll the outro. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. You can join my channel membership at youtube.com/AlecGunther/TTV/join for only 99 cents a month. That's less than the price of a blowjob from your mom. You can be part of the channel membership program and you will get early access content as well as a sweet badge next to your name and exclusive emojis in the comments that nobody else gets. Thank you again, and I will see you all in the next video.